Hello, my name's Les Tilson and you're here now in my workshop in Grenoble, France. I'm a carpenter, professional carpenter. I make mainly stairs, although I do some custom furniture and cabinets. Last week I was in the UK at Gareth Ellis's workshop in Welshpool. Gareth has his own woodworking company. It's called MTM Interiors and he makes mainly made-to-measure kitchens. Last January, with Rick Suckley, my associate and our CNC specialist, we set Gareth up with our complete CNC solution that includes PolyBoard, our cabinet software, VCarve, a CAD-CAM system, and one of Rick's made-to-measure CNC machines. And last week I asked Gareth and his son Tom if they could share with us a bit their experience in using their new CNC solution. Now, Gareth very kindly agreed, and he also agreed to let us video his answers and so that we can share them with you. And he's hoping that his experience will benefit anybody looking to set themselves up with one of these solutions. So, without any further ado, let's go and see what Gareth and Tom have to say to us.
Every job we get is awkward. Every distance is different, every size is different, every permutation is different, every shelf is in a different place. Yeah. It's all purpose made.
Yeah.
It's all, and what this can do is, instead of trying to write notes, little drawings to give to the lads to make the units, it actually just sorts it out. Whatever I do is whatever you get.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. You have to show us how you do it, Gareth.
Yeah, we will in a short while.
Show you.
Yeah, I'll save this. So I save the number of the unit as well. So I've just done that one, which is number 9. Rocket 9. This is an actual client.
Look on the big screen here.
So that's what we built. Things like the bottom shelf is recessed back to go behind a handleless finger detail, which to try and explain that, so that the bottom shelf is actually not seen from the front, and the oven sits actually on the bottom. And whereas, you know, to try and explain that to workshop terms is quite difficult. So yeah. So that is that unit done.
You'll do another one then for us.
We could do, well, pick one off this list. If we look at, I may just have to prepare that. So we've done that one. So the next one is a 300 pull-out ladder unit, right hand side, reduced by 38mm. So the finger rail actually is going to be on the right hand side of the unit, and then there's going to be a fumed oak veneered C section, and the door extends over the right hand side of the carcass, so as you can actually grab the door to open it.
Yeah, okay. Let's see how you do that then.
Right, so I'm going to, so I've got that saved. I'm just going to look for a unit in the ones that I've done that is a pull-out, which is that one. So I've already done this. That one actually, the door extends both sides, and we only want this one to extend the one side. So site, because we've played with the screens, that's it. So the height of this unit is, it's going to be 310mm. So when you do when the door extends past the side of a unit, you pick the door size. and then you do a recess, otherwise that's the only way you can get the cabinet to work. So the height of it is, if we go there, we change the height of it to 2250. The width of it is, including the door expanded to the right, extended to the right, so it's going to be 310, and 580 deep. So you include the door thickness in the depth of the cabinet. Okay, so that's that. And we can look at that to see what we've got before we go any further. So the door is extended both sides of the unit, but we actually only want it to extend on the right hand side. So the link to that is, if we choose the door and we go to left side, we've got slack of 20mm, minus 20mm, which we want, we actually want 2mm the other way, so that we've got a gap between the doors when it goes up against another door. So now automatically PolyBoards kept the door size the same, width 308, because there's a 2mm slack there, but it's automatically resized the cabinet, the back of the cabinet, the MFC. So there we go. Now this is a pull-out larder unit, so we don't need any internal shelves. But what we do need to do is, where the handleless detail goes, there we need to reduce the right hand side by 38mm. So we pick the right hand side, and then that is the link between the right hand side and the frontage, and we're going to recess that. The handleless detail is 38mm, and there it goes. That's done.
Right, look, talk to us then.
So once we got some cabinets drawn up and specified, the next bit is to get them to the CNC. So what I'm going to do is set up a new project. I'm going to name it now straight away, save as Rocker, and we're going to call it Project 2. Okay, and then so we've got a screen there now, and we want to add the two new cabinets that we've just done, which is that one. And we're going to drag it across. We can still look at this point, and we're going to add the other one, which is that one, to the project. That's the wrong one. It's that one. Delete that one. Okay. So even though they're in the project, we can still put them into 3D view and look at them. They don't actually go together, but that's what we got there. Now straight away we can see there's a difference in depth of one of the cupboards there, which is quite interesting. So what's happened there? Computer's designed to do something now. Let's just check the depths of those.
You checking the depths then?
Yeah. Well, how can we 560? Right. Okay. So that's the problem there. So I've forgot to add the door into it. That's what I was saying before. So if we delete that, that's the 600, and we delete that from there. We need to go back into to open the oven housing, we need to modify it. So depth 560, that's where the problem is. So we need to change that to 580, and then we need to resave it. Save as, oven housing, save. If I hadn't looked at that in the project window, I don't think we'd have picked that up. So now I need to add that unit. If you don't delete it out of there, and you obviously get the wrong side cabinet. So we need to add that unit back in now, which is the oven housing. Check which one I want to put across, which is that one, and then we'll go 3D again and check it. So there we go, they're all the same size now. There's our handless detail, see straight into the cupboard, and there's the handless detail running across the bottom of the ovens. So to get that to from this screen to our CNC machine, we need to go File, Post Processor, MTM Post Processor. We click on that, and it's going to save it on our machine as Rocker Project 2. We go OK, and that is it. That is done. That is saved on the machine, ready for the CNC operator to collect it. So we're going to that stage next.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thanks a lot, Gareth. Let's go and have a look at the machine then.
Let's go and have a look.
Okay, this is Tom, who is going to show us how he gets that file that Gareth has made into the CNC machine. So explain a bit what you're doing, can you, Tom?
Yeah, okay. Basically, looking just on the network at what we've got on things. We've got a fair few computers on. So I look for the computer that's been drawn on, which is Gareth.
Yeah.
Go into users.
Okay, let's have a look what Tom's doing on this screen then.
And then just navigate to where it is.
Yeah, speak up a bit, Tom, so we can hear what you're saying.
Just need to navigate to where it is.
Yeah, great.
Should be around here somewhere. There we go. Right, so we've got two folders, MFC and ML, which is matte lacquer, which is the finish that we put on it. So when we open that, there's a collection of all the MFC that needs to be cut, and then in that one is all the MDF.
Yeah, so it's all separated into materials.
PolyBoard separates it into materials, making it slightly easier for us this end.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
So just for this, we'll just put it on the desktop. So just copying it over to my machine, and there we go. So from that now, VCarve.
Yeah.
Create new file. Basically, put in the size of the material, which our MFC sheets are 2.6 by 1400. Add the thickness, should be right. XY origin, so you could tell it that the origin's up there.
Yeah, you can actually change the size of the sheet as you go.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, great.
And then click OK. So that gives us our base sheet.
Yeah, fantastic, yeah.
With VCarve, it's got a nice little feature called DXF Batch Processor. Brings up a screen and navigate to where I saved the previous file, which was on the desktop. And that was called Rocker Pro 2. And now we have MFC grey. So by doing that, 12 panels have come into there. So that's all 12 panels that's been done on PolyBoard with all holes, feet holes. So what we do, highlight them, click the nesting button. I've got a few little parameters to alter. Because we use an 8mm for the MFC, clearance is generally always 5mm. That's the clearance between where the cutter is to where the next piece of wood is.
Yeah, great.
So you've got 8mm of cutter, 5mm of clearance, and then the border gap is them two plus what from the edge of the sheet.
Yeah, so you don't machine it on the edge of the sheet.
Yeah. Because it's grey MFC and there's no colour, and I can set that to rotation of 90.
Yeah.
If we use grain wood, I have to leave that at 0 and turn off the rotate so that the grain runs the right way. Because with PolyBoard's feature of grain, it does all that for me, so I can't get it wrong.
Right. Good.
Just click nest, and there we go. 2 sheets.
2 sheets.
3 sheets, sorry.
Yeah. Calculates all the sheets.
Yeah, in the best possible way.
The best possible way.
Yeah. And then from that, we've got a toolpath tab. As I've already set up all the toolpath templates, I can cheat. It's come there with a V-drill 5 stop. That's not there, that's correct, because there's no shelf holes. And there's no groove because the base unit's not wall cabinets. And then I got all my toolpaths there ready. Quick click of a button. That's all the toolpaths done.
It's fantastic. That's really amazing.
So I trust that because I've used it already.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of getting it onto the CNC machine. So we've got four files.
Yeah.
Screw holes, which are those green dots.
Yeah.
The feet, which are them green dots.
Yeah.
And 2 stager cuts so that it leaves a slight onion skin on, so nothing moves.
Okay, great. That's a big difference from using AutoCAD and putting your toolpath in, isn't
Definitely,
it?
To what we used to do before PolyBoard and before VCarve.
Yeah.
So just navigate now to find the Sam Bonney computer, which is that one.
Right.
Which does take a while at the moment.
Okay. So you're actually putting the files onto the computer that's going to drive the machine now?
Correct, yeah.
Right, okay. That's fantastic. Yeah, okay, Tom. So, how's work changed for you now that you've got PolyBoard and the CNC in?
It's speeded it up no end. Well, I'd say when we first had everything, it was learning again.
Yeah.
You get used to things, and it's trying to transpose that to how PolyBoard works, which is probably the correct way, and getting it to the CNC.
Yeah.
It was a bit slow to start, but now that we've got it pretty pucker, it's, well, it's quick. We cut a kitchen out and put it all together in 2 days.
In 2 days?
That's all the doors, everything, yeah. And that's three
fantastic.
of us.
There's 3 of you working,
3 people,
and you get a kitchen out in 2 days.
Yeah.
How many units would that be for you?
How many units were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, there was 16 sheets of material to cut. 16 sheets of material. That's a phenomenal. How long did it take you before? I mean, that'd probably be a 2-week kitchen. That would have been.
2 weeks goes down to 3 days.
Basically, yeah.
Fantastic. It's amazing.
Yeah. With PolyBoard, there's only one person controlling all the dimensions. Yeah. With all the slacks and all you can just set it all so that nobody has to think about anything.
Right.
For example, to put the 2mm edging on before, we'd have to write a list of all the panel sizes,
Yeah.
and then take 2mm off the front and a 0.4 off the back.
Right.
So you've got another process where there's a human interface
Yeah.
that could go wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas PolyBoard does it all, and we don't even, there's no need to check it anymore.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It takes out the human aspect that
Yeah.
could go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's fantastic. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's tremendously fast.
Yeah. Great. So yeah. So in fact, PolyBoard does you all the work, all the design work,
Yeah.
and then you just put it through the CNC machine.
Yep.
It nests it, so it optimises all your materials.
Optimises it, yeah, as best
And then
as
what?
you can.
And once it's off the CNC, you edge band it. Is that what?
Correct, yeah.
So what do you do once it comes off the CNC? What's your process?
As soon as it comes off the CNC, I stack it up with all front edges facing the edge bander.
Right.
That way, everybody knows what panel needs what. And also with PolyBoard, you can print off a cutting list.
Yeah.
And the cutting list gives you the sizes of each panel
Yeah.
as it's come off the CNC.
Yeah.
And then it also tells you which size components make that unit.
Yeah.
Like for example, when it's nested, that unit might not necessarily be on one sheet.
Right.
That could be on about, five different sheets, say.
Yeah.
But when you're knocking loads out,
Yeah.
you lose track of where they are.
Yeah.
But quick tape measure, you'll soon find all the panels that you need.
Yeah.
And then also when it comes into here, the lads that are putting it together know what panel goes with what. So that top rail for this unit might be differently specified for another unit by 10mm.
Yeah.
And it just comes as a thing, they need a 90mm rail instead of 100. They tick that and just go through it, put it all together, job's a good one.
Yeah. How many of you working in the shop?
Three full-time and 2 part-time.
Okay, that's great. And so with all that, I mean, there's no time wasted. Everything flows smooth.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Yeah, the slowest part of the process is nothing to do with the machining. It's
Yeah.
just the spraying, and that's waiting for paint to dry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about 3 days? Is that 3 days machining
3 days machining.
without
yeah.
counting the painting?
Yeah. The painting takes about a week.
Takes a week of painting. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But generally, because PolyBoard's so good with its the way that you make the doors
Yeah.
fit, basically we cut the doors first.
Yeah.
Get them. So they take about a day to do the doors.
Right.
You can't count them into the building of this because we have to edge 2mm rads everywhere.
Yeah.
Just to take the sharpness off. They need a sand in. All the edges need sanding real neat and tidy, especially with the high gloss.
Yeah.
And that's just a slow process, but obviously needs doing. And then as soon as they go into the spray shop, that's it. We can concentrate then on the manufacturing side, which
Yeah.
once we get busier,
Yeah.
we can warrant employing somebody else then to take that pressure off. But as
Right.
it stands, we can manage to